What's going on, YouTube? It's me, Big Brain Purple and Yellow player, and I can say that because here in Japan recently, we got the new Warriors from Another World starter deck that just came out. So a lot of folks are wondering what cards are in here, what's the whole Jogger's Evolution thing about, what's the dual color cards thing about, and that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. This was also released alongside another blue-green starter deck, the Ultimate Ancient Dragons. If you want to take a look at that, I'll put a link up somewhere around here to go take a look at that. I've already done a video on that one. So if you want to see that, you're interested in Imperial Dramon and the new Joggers Pile Dramon and Dinobimon, there's a place for that as well. But anyway, let's take a look at this deck here. Again, Warriors from Another World. Alright, so let's take a look at what's actually included in the starter deck box here. So like the other starter deck as well, this one unfortunately does not include any promo cards. I know that in the red and blue second round of starter decks that came out, they had the memory boosters. The yellow, purple, and green blue decks do not, unfortunately. However, like the other starter decks, it does have the playmat, and I will say they've gotten really good with the artwork here. So you can take a look at this super sick artwork of Mastamon that's in the deck, one of the Jogger's Digimon that's being featured here. On one side, you've got the yellow, purple, and then on the other side, you've got, for the discerning tamers out there, the pocket mining demographic, we've got the Anjouwomon and Lady Devimon on the other side. So, you can kind of mix and match, choose your favorites here, whichever one you like. Me, I'm definitely a Mastamon guy. Mastamon, Master Race, you know what I'm saying? Additionally, with the actual cards that come in the starter deck, you have the, not so useful for you guys, but for new players just starting to learn the game, these are the intro, I guess, rule cards that kind of teach you how to play the game very quickly and give you a quick summary of the rules. But most of you guys probably don't need these. They do include the very, very nice, very clean memory counters that you can get in pretty much any starter deck, but these ones are a little bit special. They have a nice like metallic feel to them. The backs are a bit sturdier than normal. And yeah, so you get one side Lady Devimon, one side Anjouwomon, and it just looks really clean. So, if you don't have a mat somewhere, you're just kind of playing off the cuff, then grab one of these and take it with you. So, you can play in style. Okie doke. So let's take a look at some of the actual cards in the starter deck now. So again, going from top to bottom, we've got 4 copies of the Digitama Nyaromon, who on attack, if you have a yellow Digimon on the board, you draw one and then discard one afterward. So again, 4 copies of that. Next up, you've got 4 copies of the new Protomon from the starter deck, who on inheritance, if you have a yellow and a purple on the board and a Jogger's Digimon in hand, you can Jogger's Digivolve for free at the end of your turn. Yeah, and so next up, you've got 4 copies of the yellow 4000 stat line Vanilla Ropemon. Other than the fact that it can Digivolve from yellow or purple, it doesn't really have many other notable attributes. Yeah, unfortunate. Alright, and in my opinion, probably the best card in the entire deck here is the 2 copies of the level 4 Terriermon. On play, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, grab a yellow or purple Digimon, one of each color, and then the rest of the cards go to the bottom of the deck. And then on your turn, whenever this Digimon digivolves into either a Great Angel or a Fallen Angel type Digimon, you can reduce the Digivolve cost by 2. And finally, on inheritance, it can Jogger's Digivolve into a Jogger's Digimon at the end of the turn, much like the Protomon we talked about earlier. Alright, speaking of Great Angels, we've got one right here. We've got the Anjouwomon from the starter deck, who has the on-play effect, that until the end of your opponent's next turn, give one of their Digimon security attack -2. And then the inheritance effect is if you have a purple Digimon on the board during your turn, this Digimon gains security attack +1. Alright, so taking a look at the star of the deck herself, the nasty Mastamon. I can't really say that. The card artwork is super clean here. But you can either Digivolve from a yellow or a purple for 5 cost, or if you have a yellow and a purple on the board for 0 cost, you can Jogger Digivolve those into the Mastamon here. The on-evolve effect, super interesting. So you can take a yellow or purple Digimon from your trash and place it on the top of your security when you Digivolve, and then if you Jogger's Digivolve, what you can do is after you do that, you can take a look at your security, and then you can play a level 5 or lower yellow or purple Digimon onto your side of the board. And then you shuffle your security afterward. And additionally, she has a on both turns effect where if a card is played on the board, on your side of the board, by a card's effect, similar to the one that Mastamon has, you can delete a Digimon of equal or lower level on your opponent's side of the board. So her evolve effect and her on both turns effect really help out and synergize to generate board and clear on your opponent's side of the board. Moving right along, a little bit less impressive, but still useful for the deck. You've got your purple Ghostmons, who on your opponent's turn, if you have a yellow Digimon on the board, he gains blocker. Okay, and next up we've got 2 copies of the Skymon in the deck, who is basically a searcher. On play, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, and then grab a Great Angel, a Angel, or a Fallen Angel type Digimon, and then add one of them to your hand. Rest goes to the bottom of the deck. Every good deck needs some good security effects, and Witchmon is one of those cards. So security effects, after the security battle, you can play this card on the board, and then once you play this card on the board, you can grab a level 5 or lower purple Digimon from your trash and add it back to your hand. Alright, so next up we've got the dual-colored Wizardmon here. You have purple and yellow. Other than that, this guy's a vanilla, so not really much else to talk about. Alright, moving along, we've got 2 copies of Bastemon, who has the on-play effect. Again, on-play effect, you can delete a level 3 Digimon on your opponent's side of the board. Well, at 6 cost, it's actually not that awful. Alright, so we took a look at the Anjouamon. We have to take a look at the Lady Devimon as well. Now, this card on Digivolve, you can discard 1 card from your hand, and then take a look at the top 3 cards of your deck. From those cards, you can grab an Angel, Great Angel, and Fallen Angel type Digimon, and add 1 of each to your hand. Rest goes to the bottom of the deck. And then finally, on Inheritance, all of your yellow Digimon on the board gain retaliation on your turn. Super interesting there. I like that Inheritance effect. Alright, and to round out all the Digimon in the deck, we've got 4 copies of level 6 Unomon here, who has retaliation as a base effect, as well as the Digivolve effect. You can discard the top 3 cards of your deck, and then after that you can grab 1 Digimon card and add it back to your hand. Alright, so taking a look at some of the options in the deck now, we've got 2 copies of Chaos Degrade here. A bit expensive at 8 cost, and it requires a yellow and a purple Digimon Tamer on the board to activate. However, the effect is super powerful. You can take one of your opponent's Digimon and then place them on the top or bottom of your opponent's security stack. After that, you can discard the top card of your opponent's security stack. So a lot of Digimon have the ability to not be destroyed or not be sent to the bottom of the deck, but this card's effect basically renders all forms of protection useless, and it allows you to pretty much clear any Digimon in the game on the board. So the cost here is kind of understandable. Additionally, the security effect is you can grab one of your opponent's Digimon and put them at the top or the bottom of the security stack. Alright, so next up we've got 4 copies of Darkness Web here, which allows you to discard the top 3 cards of your deck, and then after that, if you have a yellow Digimon on the board, you can grab a yellow or purple Digimon from your trash and add it back to your hand. Security effect here is activate the main effect, so you'll get it either way. And finally, rounding out the deck, we've got 4 copies of the BT2 Alt Art Night Raid. So again, for folks who don't remember or don't know, this card allows you to take a level 3 purple Digimon from your trash and play it on the board for no cost. Unfortunately, the on-play effects for that card will not activate. And then the security effect is to activate the main effect here. Alright, Tamers, that's pretty much going to be it for me. That is the Yellow Warriors from Another World starter deck. What I've learned playing this deck, just trying it out, testing it with some friends of mine, is that the skill ceiling is actually quite high. First couple games, I didn't really understand what I was doing, how the effects worked, how they should be paired together. But over the course of a couple games, I kind of learned that you can use cards in the deck to kind of loop your Joggers Digivolves and multiply your board over and over and over again. The effect of being able to pull back from the trash, and then Joggers Digivolve again, or play one Digimon on the board, and then Joggers Digivolve those Digimon, is pretty limitless. So I'm really excited for the future of Joggers Digivolution, as well as some of the cool cards that have been released as far as BT8 is concerned. We've got a couple of cards that support the Yellow Lucemon, the Purple Lucemon Fall Down mode, and then Purple Yellow just as a color with discarding and recovery, and there's just a lot to unpack, I think, there. So I'm really looking forward to that. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Are you interested or excited about the future of dual colors, some of the Joggers Digivolutions, how purple is becoming this super big brain archetype? Yeah, that's pretty much it for me, guys. Again, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Y'all be good. Go.